Hello. So it has now been um, 3 or 4 days since I've had this Fitbit. Um, so my first couple of things to say are you don't have to tap the screen at all to make the time come on. It's motion, or you can press the button. So I discovered that. I still tap it though for some reason, so that doesn't really help. I suppose I should actually show you the thing as well. Um, oh, there are certain things still, like this happens and I don't know why that happens. So I think I'll just press the button again and then it goes there. I think that's maybe when I press the button again. Ah, yes. If I press it once the clock thing is on, then it it comes up with that other screen. I think that's just like a quick options thing. So I've worn it twice in bed. I got really a bit annoyed at it the first time I wore it. I think I wore it too tight and it was really distracting. I have gone from wearing a tiny watch with like a little face like this and a really thin strap that I wore at school, which is where I work, only, and never wearing it to bed or sort of really out and about at all. And I wanted a watch where I could tell the time while I'm putting Matilda to bed, which I couldn't do with my old watch because it didn't have a light. So this has been really helpful for that. I like the fact that it has these active zone minutes and it tells you, so I think when your heart rate gets to a certain point it counts as an active zone minute. So I haven't gone into cardio at all since I've got this watch, and probably a long time before I got this watch, but I have gone into fat burn a couple of times. It has motivated me to go for a walk, and I think that's good that it does that. I think the sleep thing, I just don't know if it really matters. Like, it's kind of, I know how well I slept based on how I feel the next day. So that I think the first night that I wore it to bed, it said that I slept for 9 hours and 15 minutes and said, oh, that was a really good sleep. I felt awful the next morning because I'd been sort of awake and stirring since about 5 a.m. And I just thought, well, so what the watch thinks I've done in terms of sleeping maybe isn't actually, doesn't actually impact how I feel the next day. So that's, I've now fixed the issue by having it on a slightly less tight strap, and I slept with it on last night and it was absolutely fine in terms of comfort. Apparently I slept for less time, had about the same quality of sleep, but I felt so much better this morning than I did the previous time that I'd worn it. Other things, so I haven't worn it in the shower. It says on the website not to wear it in the shower. Try not to get soap on it and salt water and stuff. So I didn't wear it swimming either. If you go for a walk, and so obviously I have a pram to push, so I don't get the steps in when I'm walking, but I recorded it as a walking activity and it did count the steps. I guess it just sort of like guesses how many you do, so that was good. The aerial hoop fitness that I did on Saturday, so another thing, so it motivated me to get up more on the hoop, because sometimes we can end up chatting a lot, but I was like, no, I'm getting up, I'm doing this. I was quite interested to know how much, this isn't something the watch would be able to tell me, but sometimes if I'm trying something new I get nervous, and obviously that makes my heart rate go up, and so I wonder how much of it is sort of cardio or approaching cardio exercise, and how much of it is actually nerves, and to be honest, I don't know enough about fitness to know whether they have the same benefits for your heart anyway. But yeah, so I wore it for that. I just recorded it as an other workout, just a workout general. So I recorded sort of how many calories I burnt. That was good. The app, still haven't worked out how to tell it that I'm pregnant. Apparently I've got 1 day left of my period, which is obviously not true, because I'm in week 23 of my pregnancy. I quite like the way it looks. It's quite sleek. It's I would say it's growing on me. It's something that when I woke up that first morning after having it, I had this weird feeling. I was like, I'm getting rid of this after the 6-month free premium thing, because I'm just not interested. But actually, now that I've done a bit of exercise with it on, it has made it seem a lot more valuable. Also, Ed has got a watch where he can see how many steps he's done, so I like to know if I've done more or less than him. Tomorrow is going to be my first day wearing it while I'm working. As a teacher, I'll be very interested to know how many steps I do in a day. Also, I find it interesting to see how many steps I would do as a mum at home, mum of a toddler at home. Because you pick up an amazing amount of steps just by walking back and forth with a toddler, rather than just sitting on your bum when you're doing a sedentary job in the office. So yeah, I think that's all I had to say about this. I will do another video once I've worn it for work, so that I can sort of have a reflect on how I think that is. I'm really looking forward to using the timer function while I'm working. Is that sad? I don't know, but you know, I might, you know what, it doesn't matter what I was about to say. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching my review of the first, oh my god, 3 or 4 days of wearing a Fitbit. I can't remember what I said. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. I'm a maths teacher. One more thing I was going to say is I noticed when I watched part of that video back, the first one, the difference. By the evening I look quite tired, so I know that I look really tired now, but that's life, isn't it? So yeah, thanks for watching. Well done if you've made it this far, and I'll see you next time.